Hello, welcome back everyone. This is Cameron from ComputingKids and this is Java 1. So last time we set up our Greenfoot environment and put an actor on the screen, and today we're going to take a look at the coordinate system in Greenfoot that will allow us to resize our world and select the location of our actor on the screen. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about coordinates. So you may have encountered in your math classes something like an XY coordinate grid. And for a little review, the X direction of a coordinate grid is horizontal. So we think of X numbers as getting bigger as we go left to right on the screen. And in the Y direction, in the case of Greenfoot, the 0 point for Y is up here, and as we get further down the screen, our Y numbers get larger. So we can see this if we go into My World. We can see we have this line of code that Greenfoot generates for us that says super 600 400. Now this is the line of code that determines how large our world is, and it is determined using X and Y values. So this basically means that in the X direction our world is 600 units wide. In the Y direction it is 400 units tall. So if we were to change this 400 to say a 600, our world would get 200 units taller. So if we compile this, we can see that our world has gotten larger. So if you want to change the size of your world using X and Y coordinates in Greenfoot, all you have to do is come to My World in the code editor and change whatever values are inside of this line of code right here. So this is how we change the world size. We can also use coordinates to change where our actors are on the screen. So we can see that if we go over to our elephant's code section right here, so far we've only been doing things in the My World code editor, but if we double click on elephant right here, we will enter into the elephant actors code editor. So the code we write in here applies only to the elephant actor, and we write it inside of this method, this block of code, which is called the act method. And we call it the act method because in our Greenfoot world, the world is the stage, and each of our actors sort of do things or act on that stage. So anything we want an actor to do is done inside of the act method. So what we can do in order to set our actor's location is we can type set location, make sure that's a lowercase s right here, and then we just give it some X and Y coordinates. So let's say we wanted to have our actor go to the very bottom right of the screen. That's going to be a pretty high X value and a pretty high Y value. So let's say we'll put it at 500, 500. And remember that we need to end all of our Java code statements with a semicolon. And we hit compile here, and we'll notice that our actor hasn't actually moved yet. And the reason is we have written this inside of our act method, and in order for our actors to start acting, we need to hit this button down here that says run. So if we hit run, we'll see that our actor does in fact move to the bottom of the screen. One other way that we can change where our actors are is simply place them in the world at the location we want. So if we reset here, we can see that our actor goes back to wherever we specified inside of My World, this 300, 200. If we were to change this to say 500, 500, and hit compile, we can see that our actor will go there before we hit the run button. So this has been a look at how to change the size of the world and how to use coordinates to select where our actors are on the screen.